Hey, good afternoon. I want to apologize again for the delay in getting everything put together. It's just been kind of crazy. Some little unforeseen circumstances and wanting assessment data 2 days ago. Just kidding. But needing assessment data and things as we work through that accreditation process here at the university. Just a lot going on. And you all can relate to that, I know. And I hope you know that as you see roadblocks coming, just let me know, and I will work with you. Some of you have done that already, so I'm a flexible person. Just remember that. Okay, so let's dive into what we're going to be doing with Module 3. In Module 2, we went through a case on figuring out the best way or a plan to help the teachers in our respective school that you were assigned to kind of apply the TPAC, or the Technology Pedagogy Content Model. So figure out the best way to marry all three of those and help our teachers to use that model. Basically, what we wanted to do was make a plan that said, okay, yeah, we want to integrate technology into our instruction, but what's the best way to do it so that it's not just dog and pony show, or oh wow, look at this is fun, but there's a reason for that technology to be integrated. It's enriching what we're teaching. All right, so that was that, and I am going to work on getting feedback for that. I don't know if I'll be able to get to it this weekend or not. We have a retreat at work tomorrow that I have to be at all day. Friday morning I may be able to work on it a little bit. I have meetings in the afternoon. Saturday, I'm hoping to get some more done on Saturday, and I hope that you read on the syllabus that Sunday is my day off, so I try not to do anything on my dissertation. I try not to let work into what I'm doing. It's not easy, but I've discovered that I need a day to just back off and just rest, let my brain rest, and I want to encourage you can, to do the same things. Give yourself one day, because your kids, those of you who have kids, your kids need you, your partners, significant others need you, your family needs you, friends need you, so you need to give some time for yourself. You need you. So you don't want to burn yourself out. All right, so that's my encouraging word for the day. Give yourself some time. Okay, so Sunday won't happen, this on Monday. I'm hoping by Monday and Tuesday I can get feedback about your original case and your plan that you designed and all that, came up with, using all that, the research and the data, and kind of let you know, yes, good direction, so maybe some things to think about, because remember, I said, there's no right or wrong answer to that case, because there wasn't. There is no best way to solve that problem that you were presented. Each of us have our own different ideas. Each of us have our own different insights on how we might approach problems, and the way we think maybe we should start and finish, where we should end up. All right? So it's not going to be, oh no, you're wrong, wrong, wrong. It's going to be I like that direction you were going now. What else could you do? Or how could we continue to enrich that? Or maybe, have you ever thought about using this kind of thing? So it's going to be that kind of feedback, because what we're going to do in this module is we're going to do another case. And I'm thinking, oh, another one. Okay, but this time you kind of know better what you're doing. And this time we're kind of going to ease into it a little more. All right? I'm learning while you're learning. I love using the case-based learning because it gives you that authentic problem. It says, here it is. Here's what you need to do. How are you going to do it? And there's no me saying, you should use this and this and this and this. There's nobody, saying, these are the best resources, or create a PowerPoint, or whatever. There isn't any of that. It's, here's the problem. Here's what's going on. How can you solve this problem? So we're going to do another one, and this time is on differentiated instruction. Okay, but instead of just diving in to the case, which you should have read before you came to this page, we're going to spend a week kind of just absorbing and soaking in what differentiated instruction is, what it looks like, what are some of the different pedagogies that work best when you're differentiating instruction. Why is it important? Who cares? Why can't I just stand in front of the classroom and lecture to everybody and give them all 50 math problems and that's good? Why does that not work for everybody? Those are the kind of things that I want us to look at this week. And then in the second and third week of this module, this is a 3-week module this time, we're going to then work on that decision-making process in the case using the eTips site and the data that you're given about the school. Again, woo, 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 if you haven't already figured it out, and I hope you have to have your pop-ups unblocked. Pop-up blocker, you won't be able to get the school's data. So I hope you realize that as you were working through the last time. If not, here's your disclaimer. Don't forget, pop-up blocker needs to be turned off when you're working with eTips. All right. So that's going to be, we're going to spend 2 weeks doing that. And then we're going to overlap just a little bit. So when you look at this page, you'll see there's an overlap in dates. Because the last week, even though we're still working on that decision-making process, what I want you to do is I want you to find a lesson that you've taught, and what we're going to do, or a lesson that you're going to teach, and we are going to just focus on the differentiating piece of what you might put in a lesson plan if you were doing a big formal write-up. So some different ways we can differentiate the lesson, not just for students with special needs, but gifted students. Maybe just those students, ADHD students, the ones who like to sleep in class, I don't know, just all the different ways. Those who prefer to learn by listening, those who prefer to learn by seeing, those who prefer to learn by moving. You know I say prefer to learn. I don't do learning styles, guys, so just know that. Learning preferences. People prefer. We learn in all different ways. We all use all the styles, but we prefer a certain way. Okay, enough off of that. I'm going to get off that bandwagon. So what I want you to do then, that last week, is there'll be a lesson, there'll be an assignment to do, and then we're going to debrief about the decision-making process all together. All right, and I'm trying to figure out a good way to do that. I would love to bring us all back into some kind of a synchronous conversation, but I know that's probably not going to be able to happen, so I didn't plan it soon enough in advance. So we'll figure out some way, even if it's having you, like, us doing something like this, or a voice thread, or something of that nature, to just come in and talk with each other about our decisions, why we decided what we did, best way to implement differentiated learning in the schools that we're working in. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to let you start exploring the information for this first week. And nothing else for the next 2 and 3 weeks is even open yet. It hasn't been published, so I just want you to focus on learning about differentiated instruction. All right, are we ready? Go.